It may look like business as usual at the Mall West End, but the 12-acre site near the intersection of Lee Street and Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard has a new owner.
The community's actually been planning for the redevelopment of the mall for 25 years. It's just that now the economics are there to make it possible.
Gravel, along with investor Don Ray Vaughn, will transform the 45-year-old mall, creating a $300 million mix of offices, homes, restaurants, and shops. It's a drastic change, but it's one that takes into account all that the mall symbolizes to the community.
We're not naive about the cultural weight of this property. This is the origin, West End is the origin point for Atlanta's African-American middle class, and we want to kind of double down on that history.
Historic West End dates back to the mid-1800s. It was considered an Atlanta suburb. During the 1960s, many of the white residents moved from the city to the northern suburbs, and West End became home to African-American educators with ties to the Atlanta University Center. After experiencing a renaissance during the 1980s and 90s, West End was hit hard by the foreclosure crisis in 2008. Property values plummeted and are just now regaining ground. The Atlanta Beltline's Westside Trail is generating interest from investors. Warehouses are being turned into trendy restaurants, bars, offices, and shops. Multi-million-dollar developments, including Lee and White and the Met. While the shopping center will come down, Gravel says some of the mall's current tenants will be able to open up shop in the new development.
We have a $15 million economic development fund to help local businesses, and especially those that need to be included in the future development so that they can grow and expand their businesses.
Change won't happen overnight. In fact, the Mall West End will remain open for a couple more Christmases. Gravel, who once lived in Southwest Atlanta, says many current residents are concerned that the neighborhood's improvements will drive up the cost of living and eventually push them out of West End. He says the future he envisions gives everyone a seat at the table.
These are not abstract populations of people for me. They're my friends and neighbors. They're people that I love. And I started thinking about how you could do real estate development that lifts the community with it, not just displaces that community, but includes them in that vision and in the economics so that it's a lift that includes everybody. And so that's what we're trying to do with the mall.
Well, that's it for today's show, but we want to continue the conversation with you on social media. Follow us on Twitter at BizAtlanta. Also, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/ATLBiz on 11 Alive and like us. Be sure to go to our website, atlantabiz.biz, for more information on today's show and to view past episodes, too. For all of us here at Atlanta Business Chronicles Biz, I'm Crystal Edmonson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.
Atlanta Business Chronicles Biz is sponsored by Georgia Power and Go Beyond Profit.